This week we have the Sun, ruler of our life force energy, moving into the spiritual sign of Pisces. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, February 17th through Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here to do your weekly intuitive energy forecast. For this week, we're going to be using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. This is going to be the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Star Temple Oracle deck by Susie Cherub. Before we get into those stones of choice or the astrology of this week, let's go ahead, close our eyes, settle in, and do an empowered moment. So as you close your eyes, you're taking a deep breath. As you're exhaling, you're relaxing your body and clearing your mind of all thoughts in this moment. Just being in the here and now, in this present moment. Visualizing all around you peace, guidance, unconditional love, compassion, protection, the golden white light of Source God Creator is all around you. And as you see or sense or feel or just know that you're surrounded in that beautiful golden white light of Creator Source God, take in a deep inhale, breathing it into every cell of your body. As you exhale, letting go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs in this moment. And we're moving into a time where the energies will focus on our spirituality and our spiritual bodies, enhancing our psychic perceptions, our psychic abilities, our healing abilities. It will focus on creative visualization, meditation, self-reflection, merging with the oneness of all that is. So as you hear all of those beautiful, wonderful spiritual qualities, imagine yourself immersed in the cosmos. Immersing yourself in this beautiful, unconditionally loving source light, this healing energy. Feel the warmth and the kindness, the gentleness, the nurturing from all of those of the angelic and higher realms. See the light of spirit all around you. Feel the unconditional love and warmth, compassion from your angels and guides and those of the highest vibration of light. And as you feel bathed in that essence of love, take in one last deep, healing, cleansing, balancing breath, breathing it in through your heart chakra, breathing in that love, that self-love. Breathing it in. Exhaling out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our stones of choice for this week. The first stone of choice is Angel Aura. And I don't know if you can kind of tell, it's got that beautiful, I don't even know what to call it, kind of this, again, reflective auric quality to it, which is why it's called Angel Aura. And this one raises our consciousness, helps to raise our spiritual consciousness. It promotes peace and tranquility and spiritual clarity. The angel aura helps us to align us with our life path and life purpose. and it helps to protect our aura. Okay, and then a second stone of choice here is this beautiful milky white agate. Looks a little bit like selenite, but selenite usually has like some striations in it. And so this is milky white agate. This is a really great stone for healing and balance and spiritual well-being. It helps us to release trauma and what no longer serves us, supporting our spiritual growth. And then our last stone of choice is Larimar. So the Larimar is great for emotional healing, mental healing, throat chakra healing. It helps to promote our self-confidence, and it helps us to dissolve self-sabotaging behaviors. So again, our stones of choice for this week are the Angel Aura Quartz, the Milky White Agate, or the Larimar. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the astrology of the week. Not quite as busy as it has been in weeks past. So on Tuesday, the 18th of February, this is when the sun that rules our life force energy, our vitality, our ego, our creative self-expression, how we shine our light, it's moving into the sign of Pisces, which means it's leaving the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius for the last month has been the focus of the sun's energies, where it's been about humanitarian energies, group dynamic energies, coming together with groups of like-minded people. It's been a little bit kind of an electrical, chaotic sort of energy sometimes, because Aquarius can have this really electrical kind of quality to it. But now as it moves into water sign Pisces from the 18th of February until the 20th of March, we're going to be in the waters, right? And I was going to say the calm waters, but who knows? Who knows if it's going to stay the calm waters throughout, right? Because waters can become stormy too. But Pisces energy is about unconditional love and compassion and forgiveness and artistic, creative, and spiritual energies. It's about surrender, faith, and trust, and just going with the flow and trusting in divine timing. So all of that is going to be our focus, not to mention that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So we're talking about an energy cycle of completion here, because when we get to March 20th, when the sun moves out of Pisces, it's going to be moving into the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. And that's where we have the fiery, passionate new beginnings, and we're planting new seeds. But for right now, we're clearing and healing old patterns, old stories, old karma and karmic lessons. It really is this cycle of completion and closure for this next month's time period. On Thursday, the 20th of February, we have Mercury, the messenger planet who rules the mental realm of thoughts, ideas, perceptions, perspectives, and communications, as well as information of all kinds. And Mercury is in Pisces as well. So we have Mercury in the sign of Pisces. And Mercury is a logical, analytical planet. So it's left brain, right? But it's in Pisces, which is more about the intuitive, the imaginative, the right brain kind of energy. So we have to somehow combine this logical left brain energy with the intuitive right brain energy, as Mercury has been in the sign of Pisces. But on Thursday, it's going to be challenging, in a challenging square aspect to Jupiter in the sign of Gemini. And Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion. It can sometimes be about exaggeration or something that is made too big or expanded too far out of control. Jupiter is about abundance and prosperity and blessings. It's about our belief systems. And it's been in Gemini now. It's going on a year. It's not quite been a year because Jupiter spends about 1 year in every sign of the zodiac. It's getting ready soon here, not this week, not this month, but it's getting ready soon to transition into the next sign of the zodiac, which would be Cancer. But while Jupiter has been in Gemini, and Gemini is this vacillating sign of the twins, right? So we might find or have found that our ideas and perspectives and perceptions and belief systems have been a little bit all over the place, a little bit unfocused, a little bit ungrounded. We're vacillating back and forth with a lot of this mental energy. On Thursday, again, going back to the original reason why we started talking about Mercury and Jupiter, right? Mercury in Pisces, which is also a vacillating sign, is in a challenging connection to Jupiter in Gemini. Again, this mutable, changeable energy. And Jupiter does rule the higher mind too. So we've got Mercury with the ego mind, Jupiter kind of with this higher mind and higher philosophies and higher ways of looking at things. And they're challenging one another. So again, I feel like we might have some trouble with communications. We might have trouble focusing or grounding our thoughts or ideas. We might be kind of, again, vacillating back and forth or changing our minds about things or changing our perspectives about things. And maybe our perceptions, whatever we're perceiving as our current reality, maybe we can't see that in a really clear and grounded way at the moment. So there might be a little bit of some chaotic energies around that time. And then on Sunday the 23rd, we have Mercury, again, the messenger planet, in the sign of Pisces, but now it's in a positive connection, a trine to Mars the warrior, who happens to be in Cancer. So let's just talk for a minute about Mars the warrior in Cancer, because Mars as the warrior is a fiery, passionate, sometimes impatient, knee-jerk reacting, forward-moving sort of energy. But it's been in Cancer for a little while, and Cancer is a water sign, and Cancer is more about love and nurturing and sensitivity, emotions and whatnot. And so it maybe has slowed down our forward movement a little bit. It's funneling its energy. Mars is funneling its warrior-like energy through the emotional body. So there has been a lot of emotional body purging over the last few weeks, a lot of clearing energetically. We might have had memories from the past that have surfaced either through real time or our dreams. We might have had people from the past, family that we haven't spoken to in a long time, old lovers or friends that have kind of resurfaced in some way, shape, or form, either again through a thought that we're having that, again, there needs to be healing that's taking place about an old situation or circumstance, or they might have actually reached out to us in real time and contacted us, again, for the opportunity for healing to take place. But this connection on Sunday with Mercury and water sign Pisces, which can be very intuitive, and then Mars and water sign Cancer, which has its own kind of emotional connection. This is a positive, flowing, harmonious energy. So after the difficulties on Thursday with Mercury challenging Jupiter and some of the ways that it might have challenged our communication with other people or our thought processes within ourselves, now I feel like things are smoothing out. And one of the biggest reasons why is not just that Mercury is in this positive connection to Mars, but that right after that happens, on the same day, Sunday the 23rd of February, Mars the warrior, planet of energy, action, and forward movement, is turning back to direct motion at 17 degrees of Cancer. So can I hear a big hurrah? Yay, right? So we had earlier this month, Jupiter, the planet of abundance and prosperity, turned back to direct motion. Now on the 23rd of February, Mars, planet of energy, action, and forward movement, is turning back to direct motion. So things are starting to look up here. Things are starting to progress. The wheel of blessings or wheel of karma is shifting and turning. Now that can be part of the releasing and healing, but it's also part of calling in the abundance and prosperity on different levels of our lives that we're seeking. And now that Mars is turning back to direct motion, he'll take a few days to pick up speed, but once he starts moving at his normal pace, we can start moving forward with ideas and projects and maybe new relationships, new business, new ways of experiencing life, new circumstances maybe within home and family, because Cancer does rule home and family. So that's a little bit about the energy of the week astrologically. Let's go ahead and see what our angels and guides have to say from the Psychic Tarot for the week. So turning over the first card here, we've got Major Arcana 9. In this deck, it's called Solitude. Now, in the traditional tarot, Major Arcana 9 is the Hermit card. And it's interesting because we are in a 9 universal year, right? If we add up 20, 25, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, we get the number 9. And the number 9 is the number of completion and closure. The number 9 is about faith and trust and going with the flow and surrender. The number 9 is about creative inspiration and spirituality and artistic endeavors and unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. And so here we have the 9th major arcana. So all of these key words, numerologically speaking, can apply to this. The solitude word is like the hermit card, right? In the traditional deck, the hermit is on its own soul journey. We're seeking the light within ourselves. We're walking the journey. Sometimes it feels lonely, and we are all walking our spiritual journey alone, like within ourselves. It doesn't mean that we're alone as far as relationships and friends and other supportive people in our lives. But this is a time, at least for this week, or starting out this week, of solitude. And this is the sun moving into Pisces, right? That sun moving into that water sign, that reflective sign of Pisces. Might be good to take a few moments, a couple hours, maybe a day or two, to be within yourself, to be in that place of solitude, to go within. This person is holding a book. This could be about relevant spiritual information that's being downloaded to you, messages from your angels and guides that are coming in. This could be the book of the Akashic Records that this young lady is holding. So your own Akashic Records are being tapped into. Pisces is a very psychic sign of the zodiac, being able to tap into all of your psychic clairs and all of your healing abilities and the Akashic realms and whatnot. So how best to connect with these spiritual gifts that you have? Then in meditation or self-reflection or journaling. This could be a book where she's going to be journaling something. So, but it's spending time again alone within yourself and by yourself, not for the whole week, but taking some time again in that self-reflection. It's interesting that we almost have these mountains in the background, almost like she's been like climbing over these mountainous challenges, right? And now she's taking a break. She's taking a rest. So this could be the last few weeks, this could be the last few months, or even the last few years that you've been like traveling over some difficult terrain, we could say. But you reach the pinnacle and you're back down on the other side, and now it's a time to again rest, relax, rejuvenate, to get your energy vitality back. Of course, the sun in Pisces isn't the best for our physical vitality. We can sometimes feel a little usurped of our energy because we become very empathic to other people's energies around us. Another reason why to spend time alone or pull back your energies when you are feeling drained or overwhelmed. And don't forget to pull cords when you're feeling like that too, because if you're empathically picking up on the collective's energy, the earth's energy, other people's energy, you're going to need to do a little bit of clearing and psychic protection during this time. All right. And I'm all of a sudden the color blue of her dress caught my attention. And so it feels like, this to me is both throat chakra as well as third eye chakra. So we're connecting the visions of what we're getting, the imagery of what we're perceiving, and maybe communicating that with other people, and again, maybe groups of like-minded people. How can we collaborate? How can we come together, as spiritual healers and teachers in humanitarian efforts? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at card number 2 here. And this is the 5 of spiritual. And the 5 of spiritual in the traditional tarot is the 5 of wands. Whenever we see those 5 cards in the minor arcana, the 5 numerologically can be unstable, ungrounded, and unfocused energy. It can lead to a little bit of chaos and confusion. The positive of the number 5, though, is about networking and busyness and lots of ideas coming in, lots of communications that are happening. It can be excitement, it can be travel, it can be adventure. But this, the 5 of spiritual or 5 of wands, you can see a person is walking across a stone bridge, and there's a brokenness to this bridge, right? There's a deep cavern below. So if they weren't watching where they were going, if they weren't watching their steps forward, they might actually fall between the two sides of the bridge and fall into the cavern below, which we definitely would not want. However, this isn't a big split in the bridge, right? This is something where you can see by the size of this person's feet, as long as they're paying attention, they could very easily just take the next step and over that broken part of the bridge to the other side and get to the other side safely. Now, the message at the bottom does say obstacles and challenges. So that brokenness in the bridge is metaphorically about these obstacles and challenges. The suit of wands, or the suit of spiritual, is about creativity or creation projects or inspiration. It's the suit of the spiritual realm. So it's all of this kind of intuitive, spiritual, creative, artistic things that are happening in that spiritual level, on that spiritual level or in that spiritual realm. So the obstacles and challenges, it's not necessarily speaking of the earthly plane. In other words, not necessarily speaking of money, finance, job, career, home, family matters. Those are all tangible things. This is about obstacles and challenges in the spiritual realm. And this really emulates that second thing we talked about astrologically for the week, which is Mercury, the planet of the mind, the mental realm, in that challenging aspect to Jupiter that expands things or makes things bigger or exaggerated. And that also rules the higher mind. So this is like the challenges of perception. And again, someone might perceive this as so scary that they can't move forward, that they can't take that step safely forward. Other people are going to perceive this, adjust their perception of it and say, you know what, that's going to be easy peasy. I can walk right over that, little brokenness of the bridge and I can get to the other side very easily. I'm confident, I'm self-assured, and I'm going to do it. So therefore they're moving through those obstacles and challenges. So I think that again, with Mercury and Jupiter on Thursday coming into challenge with one another, it's all again about your perception. It's all about your belief systems. It's all about your perspectives. So shift those to glass half full instead of glass half empty. Be self-confident instead of fearful, and you'll be able to make it through this just fine. And then the last card here, let's see what this is. Okay, this is number 3, solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra is our center of personal power, our self-confidence, our self-assuredness, our courage, our leadership abilities, and even about joy and happiness, which kind of comes from self-confidence, right? If we have a sense of self-confidence, we have a greater capacity to reach this state of joy and happiness and being on top of the world, so to speak. But it's definitely about empowerment and personal power. And this is really like Mars the warrior turning back to direct motion, right? Mars the warrior rules that solar plexus chakra of confidence and courage. Those are some key words of Mars the warrior. And now that he's turning back to direct motion, we can come back online into our sense of power, owning our power, taking our power back from whatever old stories that we've been hanging on to, for years and maybe lifetimes. We can shift again some of those karmic patterns into ones of courageously taking charge of our lives or taking responsibility for and moving forward. We can come back into that confidence. And I'll also say that once Mars moves out of Cancer and into Leo, which is a fire sign, and Mars is a fiery planet, then we're really going to have this self-confidence. So a few more weeks and that will happen. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. So that first stone of choice was the Angel Aura. Again, this is the Star Temple Oracle deck. I haven't used this deck, I don't think, in a little while. So the Angel Aura, special message for Angel Aura people for this week. Special message for Angel Aura. This one on the top. And it says the Ancient Grandmother. Yes, I love it. And the Ancient Grandmother says, teacher, I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. And going back to this Hermit card, this can be all about self-knowledge as well, right? The Hermit is the seeker, seeking the light within themselves, seeking the knowledge and wisdom within themselves. And this really kind of relates to that with the ancient grandmother. And she's got an owl on her crown chakra. She's got jewels over her crown and third eye chakras. So it's, again, opening up to this wisdom and knowledge. The owl totem is about wisdom and knowledge. And so I love this. Our ancient ancestors, your ancient grandmother energy is here with you. And she's helping to guide you. She's helping to teach you. Just as she says, I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. So again, leads with self-knowledge. You already have this knowledge within you, this wisdom within you, the answers within you. She's just helping you connect to that energy. She's helping you to see that you have all the answers within yourself. You don't necessarily need to look outside of yourself. Sometimes, we do for validation, and, doing that once in a while is fine, right? But we have that intuitive knowingness within ourselves. We have the healing information on how to best heal ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually within ourselves. We have the guidance to the next steps on our path within ourselves. So tap in and call in ancient grandmother here to help you in this week and maybe even the weeks beyond. Okay. I'm just looking at the jewel over her third eye chakra. It's some sort of red jewel, which is interesting to see over the third eye, right? The third eye, we usually see a deep, dark blue color stone, maybe purple. We do have purple around here and some blue around here, but this is almost like a red jewel. And red is the root chakra, which is about grounding. So we're taking the vision, we're taking what we visualize with our third eye, and we're grounding it with that red jewel into third dimensional reality. Okay, and it's got wings on it too. So it's like, it's like opening the crown chakra, opening the third eye chakra with those wings that are spreading, just like the wings of the owl are spread up here. So ancient wisdom and knowledge coming down. Yes, it's within us, but we can also receive it from the cosmos as well. All right, let's take a look at the special message for the Milky White Agate people. So special message for the week. For Milky White Agate people, this one's calling my attention right here. And it says the Huntress and the Quest. We have this woman warrior with a bow and an arrow, and she's kind of pulling back that bow with that arrow and ready to let that arrow go. This is like Mars going direct, right? So what do you want to put your intentions toward? What do you want to put your energy and action towards once Mars turns to direct motion? So get it ready, set it up, set up the steps, set up the list of what the action steps need to be, contact the people if you've got other people that are going to help you with this quest, so to speak, but get ready because you're sending that arrow of intention out to the universe. In fact, we're going to be coming up on a new moon in Pisces, probably next week. So new moons are about new beginnings. Pisces is, again, that sign of the zodiac that deals with the spiritual realm, trust, faith, and just allowing for divine timing. The message at the bottom of this one says, the Pleiades, which is a star system and a group of star beings, the Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. So maybe this is a message for some of you that you've got some Pleiadian star brothers and sisters that are assisting you along the way. You might even be of Pleiadian star seed origin. You might want to look up what are some star qualities. What are some qualities of the star seeds that are Pleiadians? What are their human kind of characteristics? If you were a human Pleiadian starseed, what does that mean? So you might want to look that up to get a little bit more information and knowledge about whether you're a Pleiadian starseed or about what they are here maybe to help you with, what the Pleiadians assist us with as a starseed group. All right, let's see if there's anything else that shows up here. Okay, so I love that she's got kind of like reddish hair. It almost reminds me of a little bit of Celtic energy, but yet she's a warrior at the same time. And she's got kind of like I don't know, it's like a fur of some sort. It reminds me of the Vikings. This really feels like this mishmash of Viking energy. What did they used to call the Viking women? Oh, it's the word, I know some of you know it, and it's in the tip of my brain. Valkyrie? I think it's the Valkyrie. So it's like this combination of Valkyrie energy, Celtic energy, warrior woman energy, all kind of combined into one here. But you're definitely on a quest, so move forward on the quest. All right, and then the last stone of choice is the Larimar. So let's give this a little shuffle and ask for the special message for the Larimar people for this week. And this one's calling my attention right here. And this one says the aquamarine star. The aquamarine star and expression. Isn't that interesting? Because aquamarine is a light blue or turquoisey kind of blue stone, sort of like Larimar is. And so we've got this Larimar. In this case, she's got this blue aquamarine energy at the base of the back of her throat chakra. And it says at the bottom, I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. So, she's got that color of the throat chakra in her hair with the flowers, again, as well as that light, that stone of aquamarine on the back of her throat chakra. So, why is it on the back of her throat chakra? First of all, I feel like this is about expressing through the front of your throat chakra too. Let's express your truth. Let's be authentic. Let's have kind, loving, compassionate, yet honest and authentic communication. The back of the throat chakra, it makes me feel like some of you have had trouble in the past speaking your truth, or maybe in certain situations and circumstances or certain types of relationships, you've had difficulty and challenges, karmically speaking, and speaking your truth. So we're doing a healing, a clearing, and a cleansing on the back of that throat chakra where we can release. To me, the back of the chakras, we can release some of the past life wounds, the past life traumas. And I just got this image for some of you, not all of you, but some of you that in a past life maybe were either hung by the neck, which would be throat chakra, or shot. The first visualization I got was shot with a bow and arrow, like in the neck. So we're healing some traumas of that throat chakra area. We're healing no matter what, it was all about. It doesn't have to be some physical trauma wound, but we're healing that being kept from speaking your truth. We're bringing healing to that. We're bringing a releasing of that. And it's a very gentle healing here. This is a very kind of divine feminine energy with this card. She's kind of cloaked in this white, flowy, almost again like Celtic or ethereal or angelic sort of garb, right? And she's got these wonderful blue, kind of flowers, somewhat reminiscent of, again, Celtic or fairy realm, the Arthurian times, the Celtic times of old, right? And so it has this very divine, feminine, gentle, healing, clearing sort of energy. And it just also reminds me too, they're talking about the wound on a collective level of the divine feminine that for so long have been kept from speaking their truth or speaking out, right? And using our voices, that the time is now to heal and clear that and to start, being strong in our authentic selves and open, honest communication and speaking our truth without fear of retribution and holding back. So I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. All right, everybody, I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly intuitive reading. I send you lots of love and light and healing and blessings and prosperity and abundance as we move forward now into Pisces season. So I will see you next week, and pretty soon I'll see you for the month of March as well, and sending many, many blessings. Namaste.